Hello, guys. So it looks like Fame Rush is very busy. A very busy time to be trying to, make money. On the one hand, you get a lot of fame. On the other hand, there's so many people on. It's so difficult to find just like areas to gather in. Like I'm literally kind of what's the word I'm looking for? I'm considering starting to fish because I see fish nodes open, but all of the like hide gathering areas are there's just like a lot of people on. I mean, 39 people on this map alone. That's crazy. I don't think I've seen more than like 20 when I normally play. So yeah, the weekend plus the holiday break plus Fame Rush really got a lot of people on the game, which is great for Albion. Not so great for me just trying to gather and make that 31 million before the reset here. Let's see how well this goes for me. Will I die? Or are we good? No, we're good. It's a level 4 area. But man, we are so close. So I'm at 20.3 million. We need to get to 31, I believe, the last time I checked. 31.4 in order to get our month of premium. And so we're very close. Honestly, like I'm only rushing myself a little bit because the activities reset in 4 days. So I am kind of rushing myself to that. But if I wasn't, I mean, that didn't take that long to get, 10 million, I guess, because we started with about 9. So yeah, it actually didn't take that much longer. Wow, I did not pop a meat pie when I gathered those. So let me do that right now. Thankfully, we did run into that pack there. That guy's gathering those. But yeah, I have been noticing a few things. Number one, in the smooth floor craft, this area that I'm in right now, actually some really nice groups of to gather off of here. Like you could see how many there are here. I'm given this area a good run through because it's just has so many nice little groups of enemies, which probably sounds ridiculous. Like, hey, this is the area right outside of town. I literally just never go this way. I don't know why, but I never exit from the left of Bridgewatch. And so this is one that I've been kind of exploring a lot more because I had kind of my routine path that I would always take when I exit Bridgewatch to the right. But because it's been so competitive lately to find these gathering spots, I've been having to just look at every other map. Like I'm literally just, I don't even linger on any of the nodes anymore, because I just know that there's going to be people running through and taking them up real quick. So I pretty much just scan the areas that I remember having really good like groupings of enemies. I'll make sure to take down stags as much as I can because there is always that chance of the adept fawn. But for the most part, I am just scanning, just trying to make sure I find find big groupings of gather hide. But yeah, it's been a really nice experience knowing that I can even make the amount of money that I'm making, I guess, per day, just because I wasn't really trying to make a ton of money in the past with Albion. I was just kind of like trying a bunch of different things, but having premium as kind of like a goal, it made me kind of really see how much money I can make if I really am trying to focus on doing just that. But with that said, losing my train of thought here. I am debating on whether or not, like, what to do if we don't make premium in time, because I'm not gonna lie, this looks very juicy to just accept. And because I've been gathering so much and I'm always flagged, I'm also almost done with the faction rewards, so it's getting very enticing, which is there's those dark patterns for you. It's getting very enticing to try and maybe just buy premium if I don't make it. But I'm wondering if I'm being very stern with myself of, hey, if you don't make it, you don't make it. It is what it is, and then you just buy premium when you get it. I'm not really, looking forward to or wanting to spend money on this game that I don't need to. Funny enough, I rather buy like the skins and stuff. Some of the skins look really cool for some of the mounts. I'd rather save my money for that and any new skins that come out than try to buy premium, just because, I mean, premium gives you 50% extra of everything you do, basically, like fame and materials and silver, and it cuts taxes and all this kind of stuff. but it doesn't markedly change the gaming experience, like the playing experience of Albion, which is a really nice thing about Albion. That, like, honestly, if you're not super focused on the optimization of it all, like trying to be optimized for optimization's sake, I mean, what you're seeing on screen and what I'm doing every single day, even without premium, is what I would be doing with premium. I'm just getting less kind of rewards, which are kind of also arbitrary because I'm not trying to do much with the silver that I'm getting. This game is mainly just a relaxation game for me. I mean, it's just chill. If I ever need a little bit of an adrenaline rush, I'll go into like a black zone or something, or I will gather in a red zone, which has been kind of fun to I love running into red zones that are completely empty, and then you get lucky with like you know, what's it called, like a purple spawn or whatever. That's the best. I love running into that, and then just camping it, and then just running away the moment that you know, PvP like tally or whatever goes to 1, like when it tells you that somebody's marked for PvP. But other than that, I don't know, I don't really do anything in the game that requires me to have premium, if that makes sense, because premium is just giving me more of the materials I'm getting, but I'm already enjoying the game and not really doing much with the materials I'm getting. Which leads me to, in my last video, somebody was reminding me, like, I could be refining all these things. I could be just leveling up my refining skills too. It might be like a nice little additional thing to do. And I have been wanting to learn how to refine and craft and stuff, especially the weapons. I want to be able to just craft my own weapons. But it seems like I just need to do a little bit more research on it. I don't know why it feels a bit complicated. I'm sure it's not, or I hope it's not, and maybe I'm just not spending enough time looking at this stuff. But what I've also realized is and this was just from very small amounts of me looking at videos, looking at marketplace prices and things like that. Most of the time, it doesn't make me more money to refine things. Most of the time, I'm basically, you know, not actually gaining money if I refine stuff. And so I just don't. So basically, because and that guy tried to take some of the gathering stuff. That's so funny. But thankfully I'm running some good amount of damage in this set. But yeah, so because I'm not really seeing that refining things will actually get me more money, I just haven't been doing it. But maybe I'm looking at it wrong, or I don't know. I did notice that if I refine things and then run to Martlock, I believe. I think it was Martlock, or was it, what is it? What is that place over here? Is this Martlock? Yeah, if I run there, oh no, sorry, if I run, was it Martlock or was it Thetford? I don't know, one of those two. If I run over to that area, it'll give me more money than selling it at Bridgewatch. So I did notice that, or Caroleon. However, the time that it takes to run between those two places, I'm not doing anything other than running between those two places. I could gather in between, but then I run into areas where I'm not, you know, there's no stags or there's no hide or whatever. I think maybe I'm full of crap. Hold on. Like if I look at going into, I have my, wait, how do I go to, I forgot how I switched map, I'm not gonna lie. There we go. Is it just no map overlay? So if I just go here, yeah, like some of these areas turn into areas that I can't really gather anything that I'm like, you know, spec high into, and so I don't really make as much money if I'm like passively gathering as I'm running through those areas. So yeah, so I haven't been able to make it work out in my head that it's more money to, you know, basically do that. Now it doesn't mean that I won't do that. I'll do it if I want to, because I like how some of the other areas look, and it's a nice change of scenery. It's just that since I'm trying to rush to premium, I'm a little bit more cognizant of how much money I'm making and how and where I'm kind of like losing out on time. But since I've kind of spread my wings with, you know, trying to get premium, one thing I did notice, and correct me if I'm wrong, I mean, I would love to, you know, I'm not looking up any of this thing. I'm not really looking at guides about this, so I'm sorry if this all seems like super no duh. when I go to maps, I started noticing, wait, there's a really obvious pattern that I was missing, where there's obviously like there'll be like a section of the map that's for camps, like encampments, and there's a section of the map that's like pretty clear of all that stuff. And the pretty clear area has more groupings of like gathering nodes, like at least for skinning. So a lot more skinnable animals. So for example, in this map, I'm currently, if we look at the map over there, I'm on like the bottom of the map, and there's going to be an encampment right here, and there's going to be an encampment right to the right and to the left. But so this area is a little bit more crowded with encampments, and so there's less stuff to skin. I always do like running through and just making sure. But then what I'll notice is if I run up to, ooh, this is a nice little group. If I run up to the top, to the north of this map, there should be more stuff up there for me to gather. But yeah, man, it's like competitive. I know a lot of those folks are like just either running faction stuff or gathering and running faction stuff, or just gathering. But yeah, so we'll see if I'm right about that. But that's what I've been noticing, is that these kind of empty zones or empty areas in a map where there's not a ton of encampments usually carry more gathering nodes. In this case, since we're near Bridgewatch, it's more skinning nodes. But yeah, with that said, that guy that kind of ran by just reminded me, with the faction update, and I think I said this in my video about just trying out the faction update when it first came out. But with the faction update, I definitely noticed a change in gathering, like my ability to gather, basically. There's more people in more maps. Like it feels like people are actually more active in the map, and it's also easier to get to certain maps, which means that it's therefore by association easier to get to the surrounding maps. And some people like to kill time. And what I've been noticing is there's a lot of people that, you know, either they're waiting for, because maybe there's a queue, because there's queues for maps sometimes that are like full. Since they're trying to kill time or trying to get in the queue or whatever, they might actually be gathering in an area and, you know, wasting time that way, or just killing a bunch of mobs or whatever. And that's caused me to notice that it's just really hard to gather, or not really hard, but it's like harder to gather now. There's more people in areas, and then obviously if, you know, you're just like a random that doesn't really, you're not gathering, you're just kind of trying to kill time, it's likely that you're running around, seeing like a tier 4 gathering node and then going right for it. That's exactly what I would do. And so I noticed that it has actually been a lot harder for me to run into tier 4 nodes. Like I feel like before the faction update, when I was gathering, it was really easy for me to run into completely empty maps, and also just generally run into tier 4 gathering nodes more often. But then after the faction update, if I see a tier 4, it's probably just a pile of bones on the floor, or it's just empty. It's a lot rarer, or it's a 1 tick like this one. Like this is a tier 3 rarity, and it's just 1 tick, and that's very, very common. So I don't know if you guys have had that experience as well with the faction update. That's just kind of been something that I've been observing, and maybe I'm just looking too much into things and that's not actually the case, but it has been something that I've noticed or felt like got changed since the faction update. Other than that, you know, I really love the faction update, so I'm not complaining, and it is an MMO, so I'm not expecting, like, it's good that the maps are full and that there's people active, and I really like that about Albion, is how active the community is. And it just feels nice to be in a world that feels alive, even if you're not trying to like constantly engage with all that stuff. It feels nice to be in a live world. So I'm not complaining about that. I'm just saying it is just what it is. Like, it just has gotten a little bit more difficult, I guess, to run into tier 4 nodes, which is why I like skinning so much, honestly, because I mean, I'll be honest, I ran into a tier 4 recently when I was off camera, and man, it was nice. I forgot how nice it was to just run into that. And I don't know if this is common, but it was respawning with full ticks, whereas I remember them respawning with just 1. So I don't know if that's new or if that was just something special. I don't know. It was respawning with full ticks, and I got like 6 resets off of it, and so I made legitimately 600k silver in like just the time that it took for that thing to respawn, nobody seemed to be running into it. It was kind of in a weird spot of the map, and so I kind of made my rotation around it so that I could keep an eye on it and keep coming back to it. And I was hitting that timing, like that the timing of it respawning was like perfect to when I was kind of hitting it back. And I man, it was so nice. I just reminded me how much money you can make off of tier 4 nodes if you're lucky enough to run into them, especially with like skinning, as it seems to be one of the more valuable tier 4 that word called like items or gathering materials, resources. Can't remember what word I want to use, but yeah, it was extremely nice. Also, you might notice I did turn on my learning points. Actually, let me see how many I've wasted. So about 100. I did turn on my learning points for skinning because I'm just trying to see. I just said screw it. I'm not really being able to gather all these other things, right? Like I'll gather them if they're rare, but I'm pretty much mostly skinning. And I kind of wanted to see if I could get my gathering speed up through the fact that I'm kind of also focusing on making money, because there was a couple of times, man, especially in red and yellow zones, I hate being out gathered when I did all the killing and somebody just swoops by and just takes all your stuff. That sucks. It feels so like, it feels worse than getting PK'd. Like I'd rather get PK'd 10 times a day than get out gathered by some guy that just has like insane gathering speed. And I was thinking about it, I was like, you know, I have like the Elder Avalonian, right? So the only thing left is for me to continually level up the gathering skills, and you know, leveling those up is slow. Like it is slow to level up gathering skills. And I haven't turned on my learning points. I have a really good amount of them up here, 1760. So I just said screw it, I'm not using them for anything else. I won't let them run too low because I do want to level up my other skills, but I just so tired of getting outskinned out in the wild whenever I run into, like, especially a rare node. I ran into a tier 4 boar or whatever. I was like in the foresty area. I had a bit of chance to play on mobile, and you know, you're on mobile, so it's even harder to, I mean, I don't like the controls on mobile. The controls on mobile are really good for Albion, actually. Like I constantly tell people, like, actually this game's really good on mobile. And then you can customize the HUD a little bit, which helps additionally for certain things. But sometimes I have a problem like clicking on things, and I tell you, like, that guy took 3 out of the 5 or 6 ticks. I can't remember how many ticks that boar was. That were there on a tier 4. So I got basically 1 tick is all I'm saying. I don't know how many he took, but I got 1 tick off of that fresh spawn. So that was very upsetting to me, and it made me want to just level up my skinning speed, you know, give myself a better chance to get at least 2, maybe 2 ticks, you know. I'm not gonna beat somebody that's like maybe maxed out and everything, but maybe 2 ticks, you know, would be nice. But yeah, but man, it's been a really nice time. Just, you know, it is nice to have a goal. I've spoken a lot on this channel about just the fact that I enjoy the journey of it, but it is nice to kind of like aim for something every once in a while. Premium kind of becoming that thing a little bit, and then I feel like this is helping me kind of go out to other maps as well, even though I've been staying on this map this entire video. But that's just the name of the game. Also, oh no, never mind. I thought my meat pie ran out already. I was like, that was kind of fast. I've also been really enjoying the making of these videos in general, just having a space to you know, talk things out and kind of record progress, and also kind of keep track of the progress. It's kind of crazy that I don't know, I found it kind of daunting at first when I went after this challenge, and honestly it hasn't been that hard. Like, I think about the fact that, like, I'm only playing 30-minute segments most of the time, like 30 to 45 minutes. Maybe I get an hour. Yesterday I got 2 hours to do the video stuff, and in those 2 hours I actually made so much money. And yeah, it just kind of lets me know, like, you know, technically if I had like a fresh weekend to go after it and just like do a whole what's that word that I'm looking for, like do a whole shift on Albion, we would be it would be pretty easy to get premium. Like maybe a couple of weeks of, maybe a couple weekends basically, and I could pay for my own premium pretty consistently. And it just feels nice that with this game, like I don't even really have to. I can engage with, once you're established, like once you have enough gold to kind of, you can rebuy tier 4 stuff and go out into the world, like the game just opens up for you. Like you don't really need to even buy premium. Like I said, I'd rather buy like some of the skins. Some of the skins look really cool. Very expensive for some of them, but some of them look really cool. So I'd rather even kind of invest in that. Okay, I have to make a decision here. Do I go to the Tier 6 Highland? The save zone below, tier 5, the yellow zone above. I'm gonna go in the yellow zone because I just remembered something that I said in a comment on my last video, which is that I was going to try mists, and I believe yellow zone mists, like, are markedly better than blue. So again, everybody can please correct me if I'm wrong on these things down below, but I do remember that in blue, I don't think I've really seen rare mist spawns in blue. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to do a round of just kind of being around here and hopefully not get PK'd by faction warfare or just a random, oh, actually that guy's flagged. Or might be flagged, I think. And I'm gonna see if we can run into, oh, please don't tell me that you followed me. That would suck. I'm gonna see if I can run into a rare wisp. Just any rarity, I don't care, but as long as it's not normal. And then we're gonna see how that goes. If I don't run into it in this video, I'll record it on the next one. Like I'll look for one on the next one. Maybe I'll start the recording on the next one when I finally find one. And then we're gonna spend all the time in the wisp to see how that goes. But I did want to try that. Oh my god. Did that just spawn? Oh no, never mind. That was just green. Oh, I thought that was a tier 4. I'd be so mad if that just spawned next to me and didn't do anything. But we get some tier 3 ore, so that's nice. There's also been times where like people have just completely stolen ore that I'm mining because I don't have, mining leveled up that much. But I don't really care too much about that, I spec'd into skinning. It's a little bit of pride with skinning now. I care a little bit about that. Getting outskinned. All right. Not seeing a lot of wisps here. I'm also reminding myself that I like gathering tier 5 materials, but they don't go toward the journals that I have in my inventory. And it sucks that you can only fill up one journal at once, because I remember I'm an idiot and I remember I bought like the ones that let you get leveled up for tier 5 materials, because I was like, oh, I can do both in some of these tier 5 zones. There's both, so but you can only fill one up at once, so it's kind of like a waste of time to have 2 different ones. Let me know if you guys do that, because yeah, I don't know, I just noticed that it wasn't really a very fruitful use of my time. I'd rather just level up the tier 4 ones, or I guess they're tier 2 and you can level them up with tier 4. Which, kind of small side note, but the tier 2 hide actually gives you so much money. Like if I was just like a new player starting out, like you can make 100k just off of like gathering a bunch of chickens. You know what I mean? Ah, of course. I got 1 node. Congratulations. Okay. That's what happens. That's what happens. You gotta share the world, I feel like I'm actually too nice in this game, because if I see somebody blowing stuff up before I get there, I won't do anything about it. I'll just like literally run past them. But some people, like, I'll be gathering, we'll probably see it in this video. I'll be gathering and they'll just like blast in, take everything out, and then just grab it real fast. But yeah, like these little chicken things, these mobile birds, they actually make you so much money. I never actually gathered them that much because I spent so little time in tier 2 gathering, because you can level that stuff up so fast. I didn't really notice that a stack of these, like a 999 stack of that, is 100k, and you can get that pretty fast because they gather them pretty fast. So I was ignoring them when I was gathering, and now I'm just kind of like, oh wait, I need to gather tier 2 stuff as well. Actually quite nice. These over here. I also want to say, just a quick kind of break in the video. I really enjoy reading you guys' comments. and I really like that we have a few regulars. That's really nice. I was one day I have this kind of crazy dream. And it's funny that you can call it a dream, but I kind of want to own like either like a tiny restaurant, like something small, something that like just a little lunch spot, just something nice for, you know, people getting off of work or whatever. Either like a little food cart or like a truck. Like I've been getting kind of inspired by, I'll watch these videos of people that work in you know, with like a little mobile food stall. Looks really cool, and I think we don't have a lot of that, you know, where I live. And so I'm just like, it'd be cool to just do that and figure out how to do that. You know, figure out how to, and then hopefully people would like the food and everything. So I have this little dream, right? And so it's funny because like I always thought there was a sandwich place I used to love. It was basically that for me. It was like that little food spot, that lunch spot, and I always you know, loved interacting with the owner. I became kind of a regular, and it's just like it felt nice to be, you know, treated like a regular. It you know, just knowing that like you kind of start to know this person, whatever. Like I went there for, dude, like a decade. So I had like a friendship with this person. Very nice, like older Vietnamese lady. Super cool, super kind as well. And yeah, I always kind of liked that relationship that like, you know, you can maybe develop with like customers and stuff. And so what I'm getting to is, it's funny because like now with like the YouTube channel, I feel a little bit like that. Like I love seeing the regulars in there. I remember you guys' names. I like jotted them down, you know, if this channel ever becomes something. But even now, I just want to like thank y'all for sticking with me, and for you know, always stopping by. It's always nice seeing y'all in the chat. But what that was going to kind of lead me to is, if you guys see me doing anything, like I do like taking tips. I like knowing about the things, even if I, you know, apologies if I don't do it out of like pure preference, but I like knowing about these things. So like if I'm doing something wrong, please feel free to let me know, because I just like kind of knowing, like having that information. Because yeah, there was a comment on that comment on my last video that reminded me to refine. I'm like, wait, yeah, I haven't been refining, and so now I'm kind of excited to look into that a little bit more and research it. Maybe, you know, off from making videos, off from grinding, I'll probably just research a little bit of how to refine well. I guess I don't know how to talk right now. No, not the connection problem, please, no. Oh god, I don't know if it's just, I mean, it can't be just me, but yeah, Albion gets very iffy at night with the connection, man. I'm assuming it's server side. I'm assuming it's not my internet, because I have like pretty damn good internet. But yeah, that happens. Oh, now I remember why I went on that tangent. Sorry, I got lost wanting to just be thankful for the folks that are kind of regularly tuning into the videos. To those folks, and really to anybody, if you're seeing this, should I add music behind my voice on the video? Because I was thinking about it, and in the past, like when I was, okay, so a little lore here, a little lore dump. This is for sure not my first YouTube channel. This is probably like not even my 20th YouTube channel. Like the amount of times that I've tried to quote unquote do YouTube is, you know, I'm ashamed to admit it, okay? Like that's how many times I've tried to do YouTube. And in the past, I remember there was channels that I made where it was kind of like talking to the camera, like kind of, you know, talking head, or like the video that I did on the Steam Deck, or the Steam machine, sorry. And I would put music behind it. And I remember when I watched those videos back, I was like, oh my god, I actually hate this. Like the music would be too loud, or the music would be kind of like annoying after a while, because it would just be on repeat, especially for how long of a video that I usually make. Because even in the past, I would make very long form kind of video essay content stuff. And yeah, I've been debating of like, do I put music behind this? Because I know people have been mentioning like they find the videos kind of relaxing. I'm like, I don't really want to ruin that if it's just cool with me talking. But there's also times where I get like a little bit blanked out on what I want to say next, which is good. Like I consider that character development, because I just have so many thoughts in my head that it's usually hard to get a moment where I'm not literally talking. And so it's kind of character development that I'm actually drawing a blank. But yeah, like for those times, or just like in general, I don't know if it would be good to have a little bit of music in the background, like something quiet, you know, something chill. And I watched this guy on YouTube that I think struck the perfect balance and used like the perfect type of music for this. But his name is like Ian on YouTube. And oh no, connection problem again. Okay, never mind. That was good. And he uses like the Minecraft music, which I find very relaxing, and it's like not intrusive. Like it'll play through the whole video, and he makes some long form videos as well, and it feels like the right amount of volume, the right type of music, just very kind of for sure background music. And I think maybe I just need to look more into that, because I think in the past I was also, am I missing something here? No, this is all. I think in the past it was also just the type of music I was choosing was not background music. It was like music I liked and music that I actually wanted to listen to. And you know, you have to kind of pick a poison, right? Like, do you want the music to be really good, or do you want to focus on the content? And I think I should have focused on the content, because it's not like people are there to like re-listen to like potentially copyrightable music at that point, because like some of the stuff that I was using in the past, because I've been trying YouTube for a long time, like since the site existed, man. Like it's crazy. And so I didn't have to worry about that stuff in a lot of the older channels. But obviously, you know, as things kind of progressed, and with like DMCA's and stuff, like it's not a lot trickier. But I do have like an epidemic sound license. Now I don't like want to, you know, provide an ad for them by saying that, because I know that they have done some not great things. And so I actually have it for free. That's the only reason I have it. So, you know, don't take that as a cosign from me. I'm just kind of saying it as a matter of fact thing that I do have one, and it is free. And so I was kind of thinking of like using it for, you know, just looking up some background music or something. But I also don't want to, like, you know, music is so subjective. You pick the wrong thing and it's just annoying, and it just, you know, it's kind of almost counterproductive. It's not like people are here to, what's that word that I'm looking for, like put on those, like, I watch a lot of walking videos as well, like where people are just walking through like a random city somewhere that I've never been. And like those can have music, although that's usually better when it's just the sounds of the city. I'm not gonna lie. I really like the videos where it's just like you're just listening to the city sounds. But yeah, let me know. Let me know what you guys think. If I should add some music to this. If I do, maybe like I start like a playlist, like a, what's it called? I don't know. Maybe we put like a little pinned comment, and it's like, add your comment to that, and that'll be the playlist, and I'll just play the songs you guys choose as the background music. Or actually, so I have sound on for Albion, but you guys don't. And I have also thought, should I just play the Albion background noise? Now, the reason I haven't done that is because some people that watch these videos have told me that they're playing Albion while they watch these videos. And that's what I do when I watch other people's videos. If I'm on Albion and I'll be watching like some talking stuff, that's what I'll do. I'll be playing Albion, right? And so I don't want to double up on the sounds, because I did think about, like, if you're playing Albion and then also watching somebody play Albion, but they have their Albion sounds on, well, I said Albion a lot in that sentence, then it could get really annoying, because, you know, what if I'm getting ganked but you think you're getting ganked, heard something on my video? So that's why I also haven't turned on the sound for that. I want to be like courteous to, you know, to people that, like, I don't want to fake you guys out. You think you're getting jumped, but it's actually just me getting jumped, or you think like something spawned, but it's me, or whatever. Okay, I have a decision to make here. I just noticed my biscuit's probably been run out for a while. I could go back and sell, or because I have a little bit extra time here, I could just eat another biscuit and do another 30 minutes. I'm actually chilling in terms of like personal time. Maybe bookmark video at this point. So I know I usually just make 30-minute runs. I think I'm gonna pop another pie, pop a pie, and we're gonna do a whole hour real quick. So I think I just don't want to ruin the steam I have here, because I've been doing okay with running into some good nodes. Got a blue one here, and I'm not done with this map, and I think think we're gonna go up. Ooh, red zone. Wait, I forgot what we were even trying to do. I haven't seen a rare wisp. If I missed it on the video run back, ooh, but I have not found rare mist. That's what we were trying to do. I forgot. Just got really distracted. So I'm gonna keep playing until I find a rare wisp, and then what I'm gonna do is the moment that I do, I'm gonna stop recording, and then I'm gonna do the other video separately because I think this video is getting really long. I feel like when I watch talking videos, they're usually about 30 minutes. I rarely ever get to like an hour unless I'm watching like Rotten Mango, because I can watch like 2 hours of her telling. That's all chill, like, but that's because you're literally listening to a story. But yeah, so I think I'm gonna just keep it at that, or if we find it, like, I'll still go in if we find it right now before the pie is over. Okay, we got some competition. Wait, so am I going into the red zone? There's already a guy here. Wait, what's this one? Is this a yellow? I'm going to the Highland. The thing is, if I go to Slow Tree Plain, I know for sure it's gonna be packed. Let's try it since I'm close. But I'm pretty certain. I don't know if that guy got scared of me, but I got scared of him. Whenever I see like a red name, somebody gets off their like mount. I'm like, oh, what's happening? I still remember the first time I went to a black zone. I got so lucky with a solo dungeon haul. Like, I had a good amount of money in my inventory. I can't remember exactly how much. I think I had 900k. So like a good amount of money in my inventory. And I got jumped so hard by, I guess, somebody that was invisible, and I just wasn't paying attention. I don't know if when they are invisible, if you still see the little like exclamation mark over your head. I haven't had that many like run-ins with gankers and stuff like that, but man, did that suck to lose all that and lose like the fact that you lose your equipped gear. I mean, obviously that makes sense, but like I don't know, something about like just you respawn naked and it just sucks, man. I lost so much money, but it's the name of the game, I guess. I got kind of used to dying. It's like the faction warfare stuff kind of helped me get used to it with like the repair costs and things. Was like a nice little warming my feet to it. And then, you know, I mean, at the end of the day, if you just go into an area with, you know, a good amount of like, don't go in with more than you're willing to lose, right, is like the rule. It keeps it pretty chill. It just becomes like playing Fortnite almost, where like, you know, you're not going to carry this stuff forward with you. But yeah, it does suck. It does suck to sometimes think like, damn, 4 hours of my life, 2 very precious hours of my life, because I don't get a lot of time to play video games nowadays, just gone down the drain. That is not fun, but I wouldn't have it any other way. Do you know what I mean? Because like, you need a little bit of friction in a game to keep it fun. I do think, like, even with Gathering, which is a fairly chill activity to be putting time into in Albion, right? Like, I still have to think about like, oh, there's people that can gather faster than me. They can just come in and snipe my stuff off. And some people enjoy just doing that. Like, I bet you they don't even need the materials, but they're just like, I know I can gather faster than this guy. And they're just taking it off. Like, hey man, it's an MMORPG. Different people have fun different ways. But even that's like a little bit of tension, right? It's not like, this game isn't like completely, it doesn't completely have guardrails on it. Like, you're just going to be in your little safe bubble. No matter what, you're going to run into instances where, you know, certain uncool things are going to happen to you, and it keeps it kind of fresh in a weird way. If you work past it, it keeps the game really fun in a weird way. Ah man, there's somebody here. I think there's 2 people here, probably going after the gathering nodes. And then there's like 2 people that are ready to PK. Oh, that was a good group. I just kind of don't want to spend too much time on the chickens, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, wasting a bit of time on this pork pie. I'm also realizing, like, I'm not seeing any wisps. Like, and I hate saying the word wisp because of what my mouth does. Little sound from the guy from Family Guy. Right. What to do? I'm really debating going into a red zone. But I have so much stuff on me. If I was fresh, I think I wouldn't care, but I have so much stuff on me, and also I gotta keep in mind I can't be too reckless because it will set me back like a day if I get killed with all the stuff that I have on me right now. Because to rebuy everything that I have, I mean, all my stuff is worth actually quite a bit. Like I think this thing is like 500k by itself. Maybe I should have put, no wait, never mind. I was gonna say maybe I should have put some buy orders, but I really don't want to just buy any of my stuff. I'm just gonna be careful. I won't allow my hubris to get the better of me. Even though I really am curious to jump into red zone. But I'll tell you, the first thing I want to do when I spend all my money on getting premium and I am at 0 again is we're jumping into a red zone. I got nothing to lose. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of the best feeling ever. I've already spent everything. I got a month to figure out how to get back to where I was. So we're chilling. I will say, like, okay, so reflecting on how long it's taken me to get 21 million, because again, we started like at 9 or 10, to me like 21, 22 million. Reflecting on how long that's taken me, I will say, even if I was kind of like trying as hard as I can with my schedule, personally, right? I for sure would take 2 weeks to get premium. So that means like if I cared about getting premium this way every single month, 2 weeks of that month would be spent just on setting myself up for the next month, which wouldn't be bad, but it would just be very monotonous. Like I'm cool doing this once, like rushing to premium once, but I definitely don't think that I'm gonna do it again for the next month. I think I'd rather just pay like $5 for like a 7-day, and then maybe if I get really lucky and I can just pay 31 mil for like a month in some other ways, like I'd rather just pay for it, to be honest. I think that's the balance, right? It's like when you're younger, if I was younger, bro, I'm never paying for people because I just have time to play all day, right? But as you get older, it's like, well, your time goes to work, so use some of that work time to, I guess, pay for your play time in a way. Because I mean, $15 ain't that much. I get it, but you know, it's a principle of things. It's the fact that I could not pay $15 that makes it a little bit more enticing to try to not pay $15. But even with like, I don't know, with the $5, right? Is it $5? I think it's more on Steam, but wait, where is it? Where's the shop? Can't I see the shop? There we go. It's more on Steam, I think. No, yeah, it's $5 for the 7 days. Even with that, I'm thinking that's so chill. If you pay $5, you have 7 days, and then you get 50%. Like technically, to get to 31 million would be, you know, 50% faster with with the premium bonus, right? Because and then you don't have the additional taxes too. So now, honestly, after I get that premium in, now I'm gonna see how long it takes me to get back there doing what I was doing with premium, because I never really did. I never really paid attention to like how much money I was making or anything. When I was, other than the fact that I think I want to say, am I crazy? It can't be. It can't be on par with what I'm making without premium. That would make no sense. Because without premium, I'm making 500k, 600k. If it's a bad run, I'm making 400k every 2 minutes. Or sorry, 2 minutes. I wish every 30 minutes. So with premium, I should be making like 600k to like 850k consistently. That can't be right though, can it? That'd be so nice. I mean, that would make things so much faster. You would, I guess, I would grind less as well. So I don't know. Now I'm looking forward to testing how long it takes me to get premium with premium. So I guess that'll be my next series. Why do I feel like the pork pie is going by so fast? But yeah, this fame weekend really got people going. I've seen just a lot of people playing. I think most of the blue maps, maybe is it a lot of new players now? Is there like a reason that a lot of new players just came into the game? Because a lot of the blue maps have like 20 to 30 people consistently recently. So I guess it's probably a combination of winter break plus fame weekends and stuff like that. But yeah, it's like popping right now. All right, I'm at 1,700 learning points. I'm trying to keep an eye on those because I'm not trying to spend all of them. but I did kind of say screw it. Screw it, let's see how much I can level up my skinning. Sometimes I just go for the stag because it's like, what if it drops in a depth fawn? Although he's been really unlucky with the today. I think I've seen one. I was playing a little bit off, you know, when I wasn't recording. Is there anything? No, the chicken's already gone. The blue chicken's gone. I also, random little story, I got ganked when I was, you know, not recording. I feel like I never get ganked when I'm recording, and I get ganked when I'm not recording, so maybe I should just keep recording. But yeah, I got ganked when I was not recording, and I felt so smart when I ran away from that guy because I dropped the trap. I usually just never use the trap when I run away, which is like sounds so dumb. Why haven't I been using it? But I dropped this trap here, right? Like the bear trap. So I dropped that there. And it slowed the guy down quite a bit. So I was able to pop my running thing, and I got far enough away from him to mount up and just book it. And I was so happy. Like I was like, damn, my brain actually worked in that instance. Usually I go blank and I'm just like, oh, it sucks. I kind of want to check the red zone. What are the chances? What are the chances that there's a lot of people in the red? Oh wait, it's asked a lot. I didn't check. Wait, there's nobody here. Hey, am I stupid? Oh, actually I am really stupid though. I probably shouldn't have. Huh. All right, we're in enemy territory. Not enemy territory, but we're in a bad place. We're in a very bad place, and I did not pop. It's taking me longer to do this. I really don't like how that guy was looking at me. I'm just gonna leave. I'm straight up just gonna leave. I don't like how he was looking at me. I can't tell you. Like Albion has taught me that there is a lot of nefarious individuals in the world, man. What do you mean there's people whose entire role in a guild is to scout red zone areas for new players that are like just kind of trying it out? Because I found out that was a legit thing, and that blew my mind. I guess, I mean, it's kind of a cool thing to RP, I guess, if you're just like the scout. But also like, damn, I hope the guild's paying you well, because I'm sure that's like a time sink to just be checking who's running into a red zone. But yeah, I found that out the hard way when I was just kind of doing a trek to Carleon once, and there was a guy that was following me, and you know, I did the whole like spin to greet because you know I'm a kind person, and I thought we were chilling, which is, you know, my fault. I shouldn't think anybody's chilling that near Carleon. And yeah, like within, I want to say like 10 minutes or so that it took for me to gather, I got jumped by 3 people, and that guy was in the group and they didn't do nothing to him. He wasn't marked for PvP, so I could tell like, okay, they know each other. Which I guess people could just hop in a Discord too. Super easy to just be in a Discord communicating. You don't have to even be in the same guild or anything, you know, to tip off people. But yeah, that was not fun at all. Learned that one the hard way. Please tell me I didn't hit any of the mobs. Completely whiffed that. Okay, so I think what I want to do is, with what I have left on this pie, we are going to go to tier 4 sun. When I get out of these areas, I'm gonna try. Is it dry water that I always go to? I'm just gonna try going back to dry water, and yeah, I'll take the long way around. Let me see. Actually, this is the yellow zone. Let me see how we're doing over here. Oh, is somebody following me? Guess we're about to find out. No, I think not. That's good. Okay, so I do remember this zone being pretty sweet if I can actually get those large groups. But I did see somebody running this way. So I don't know if I'll be able to. I wish I could have run into a rare wisp. It's kind of weird that I didn't see one at all. I saw a lot yesterday, actually. And that's why I was thinking about jumping into the mists or whatever. But damn, I did not see any today. Okay, so let me see. Oh no, it's full. It's packed here. Yeah, this was a waste of time. Okay. Well. The consequences of my own actions. Got curious. Just wanted to check. Assuming that's one of the guys gathering. I mean, he was just running through. Oh, I thought that was a purple wisp for a second. That would have been cool. Maybe I'm tripping, but I remember going into like a legendary one. It was like glowing yellow or something. And then the person I was with, because I had randomly grouped up with this person that was helping me out a lot actually early in the game. They like showed me around, basically trying to teach me how to like make money in the mists. And we were trying to like find a dragon or something. But I remember running into that yellow one, and then we ended up running into like PvPers and booked it right out because I was not wearing any gear that could adequately defend me. Oh wait, there's 2 blue notes. Gotta take these. I guess I'll do them first because, yeah, there's a chance somebody runs by. All right, how are we doing on money? Man, we got 3 like tomes actually though, which is kind of nice. These guys down. Can't be mad about the tomes. Right. You know what? Yeah, we'll just do it since you attacked first. Yeah, I think I'll make my way back toward Bridgewatch, and then I'll just start selling my stuff. I don't think I'm gonna make it to the tier 4 zone before my little pork pie runs. All right. You can tell how little I care about the chickens because I sometimes don't even pick them up. And I feel like, I don't know, this mob is a waste of my time half the time. Yeah, like they're either 1 tick, and then they don't drop any mounts, right? Like any of the, not mounts, but like any of the little babies. Because the tigers at least drop the little Swiftclaw cub, but the birds don't drop anything, so it's like, I kind of hate farming them sometimes. I'd rather farm the heck out of stags. Those adept fawns actually drop quite a bit if you're like just focused on the stags. It's like lock in to one of those like tier 4 zones. Which again, I'm just amazed at how much money like a very like new player can make in this game. If you don't really get locked out of any of the good stuff early on, like you could, the moment you get to tier 4, which is not that hard to get to, you're like off and running with making money. Very, very nice. Like I was kind of thinking about it, like technically I can always consistently spend 500k on stuff that I, you know, I'm okay with losing in like a black zone, because I can make that 500k back in like 1 pork pie, right? So it's like if I lose all my stuff in a black zone, I go gather for 30 minutes, buy my stuff back. Not that big of a loss, honestly, 30 minutes of gathering. Wait, where am I going? I need the map. Where am I? So wait. Out of the map overlay. So I could go to slow tree. All right, we'll do redstone to smooth. Gotta get better at remembering these routes. Don't need the map a lot of time. Oh, it's so enticing to go to the left over here to go to the west. I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna run through. Let's see if there's anything worthwhile. Please. Would be so nice. Oh wait, you know, what do these even mean? I see these little like hide gathering spaces or whatever, and they never have anything. Like, what are they for? Why is that marked on the map? Somebody please explain to me what the benefit of these areas are. I never see anything here. Is that the benefit? Just the fact that like these are already like down or something? Is something special spawn here? Maybe this is the benefit. Maybe the benefit is like, hey, these are all 5 ticks and they're here and ready for you to take them out. Ooh, wow, you level up a lot. Points 1685. All right, I'm happy with that. I think there's nothing else here. Oh, huh, maybe that is the benefit. Maybe this is the first time of me experiencing, because I don't usually see all these. They're all tier 5. Tier 5 zone. Nice. I will take it. All right, please give me more good stuff. I wanna sell a good amount back. Need to get that premium before the 4 days are over, or else sad. I wish a stag would drop, or like an adept fawn. That would be super nice. Ah, feels so nice to have mental clarity. I like to say that like it's not like I work a stressful job, but I do work a job that causes me a lot of stress. I don't know if that makes sense to me to say out loud. Like I'm not like the job I have, it's not doing anything life-changing. Man, does it make it seem like we're changing the world all the time, something with every single decision you have to make. So it's really nice to just you know, get everything out of the head there. It's like a detox, like a cleanse for your mind. And I'm, you know, I'm happy if it produces any sort of chillness for people listening in as well. What more can you ask for? Like really, kind of like the best. So it's been really nice to be able to just kind of like, yeah, just almost get like every single thought out. Like, how nice is that? Oh, I activated both those wisps. But yeah, I really need to do more research on the wisps. Maybe one of these like days I need to like just sit down and watch some videos or something on it. Really understand like what it is I'm supposed to be doing in there to make money. If I had to guess, just from my experiences of what's made me money in the wisps, or the mists rather, it's what is that thing? The abbey? Those little abbeys that open up? I forgot what it's called, like Midnight Abbey or something. I can't remember. But it's like that portal that opens up, then you go into that like castle. I'm assuming it's that, and a combination of that plus come on, I lost. A combination of that plus the little encampments plus like the nodes if you're in one of the rarer mists. But like the nodes in mists are always kind of not that great for me, because again, like the stags drop or have the chance to drop the fawn. So I always kind of feel like a waste skinning in mists. Also, there's not like large groups that you can skin in mists. It's usually mostly just a couple here and there. Even when I've run into a mist that has like that little thing marked on the map where it's like a hide thing marked, it's usually already taken because there's always somebody else running in there with me. Very rare that I'm like alone in a wisp, and I think it's by design. I think technically if you're in one, there's a very good chance that somebody else is in one. So it's not like you get it to yourself. And so yeah, gathering wise, I have not had the best time, although I do know that like tier 6 and 7, that's tier 8 thing. I've never been in a tier 8 gathering area. I would assume that tier 6 and 7 are probably more fruitful, but then you have to be flagged for PvP, or you have to be ready to basically get PvP. So it makes it, again, a little bit more of a time sink. Or time sink isn't the right word. It's like more of a chance that I'll lose all the time that I put into gathering that zone if I get like down demon ones. So I think right now, oh, this is such a nice little group and it's already taken. Whoever was here. I guess technically if I wanted to, and I know people do this, or I've seen people do this, if you just stand here and just keep, killing the mobs that spawn, I've seen people just hang out at a spot like this for a really long time. But I don't want to do that. I like moving around. I like seeing things. Oh. Wait, what is that? Is that glowing? No. Regular chicken. So yeah, so there's the Abbey. There is I guess people were saying that there is a chance for rarer nodes to spawn, which again I need to try it again. I'm curious to try it again because I only tried it when I was very new. Like I tried going in there a few times and I didn't get the vibe that was happening. Like there wasn't any more than I would see in like just a regular map, because the map's large, you get to go around it a lot. I would run into a lot of rare nodes, so there wasn't more than like a regular map, or at least I don't remember there being more. I have to test it again to see if that's the case. And I think the last thing were like the little encampments. I have gotten really lucky with those encampments that exist inside the mists, and I've gotten like a really rare drop. But the thing is, for the amount of time that I spent in there, like it takes me 30 minutes to, again, make like 400 to 600k, right? That one rare camp, I remember gave me something that was worth like 200k. And it's like 200k just off of one item is always nice to see, for sure. But like in the grand scheme of how long I was in that mist, it wasn't like the best thing ever. If anything, I was just like, thank God, like I got something for my time. I had spent so much time in there. But I think technically the abbeys are where the real payoff is. I've won one abbey where I actually got to open the chest, and there was a lot of expensive items in that chest. But the thing is, it's like you have to fight for it, and I'll tell you, like I'm very good, I guess, at those duels in terms of like not dying. Not very good in terms of actually getting a kill so that I can open the chest. There was one where like me and this other guy were fighting each other, and the entire time we kept running away, healing up, and coming back. And I guess it was like a war of attrition to see like when one of us would finally get the other. But in that time, this third guy just took the chest. And I'm like, what a waste. And that was like a long time. I think we were fighting each other for like, I don't know, minutes, man. And minutes in a game feels like years. I think me and my friends used to call it league time back when we played League. 10 seconds in League of Legends felt like a week in real life. I don't know if anybody can relate to that, but that's the way that I feel about, anything taking longer than like 2 minutes, and especially in like a fight. 2 minutes feels like such a long time if you're like dueling somebody, especially with how fast somebody can take you down if you're not careful. So wait, was there anything impressive over here? I see a bunch of stags down. No. Okay. All right, well, my pork pie is about to run out. We're gonna make a run back real quick. I might just teleport once it runs out. Oh, wait, what? Get that guy. Yeah, we'll just teleport. How much is left here? 15 seconds. All right, I'm just gonna teleport. We're gonna teleport back. 13k is not that much. And we're gonna see how much we were able to make. Also, I do have books going. So we have 375k so far. So I'll be excited to sell that eventually. I'm just gonna run through the whole stack before I sell it, because I want to see how much more it is than from what I bought it for. I believe I bought them for like 250k. So we'll see how much it is once I sell all of them. It looks like it's going to be literally double. That's nice. That means I can always kind of count on, maybe not always, but I can probably count on that selling for double whatever I buy on it. Wow, the sell and the sell order between this is like so different. I'm gonna just bump it down a bit, but these actually do sell, so that's nice. What about this? 1,000? Do I care? Do I care? No. Wait, don't sell these yet because I want to see the full amount. Wait, 14 below? Nah, I'm good. And we're good. And I think I'm the rest of them. Above average on that. Was it like a blue rare? Oh shoot, did I not make? Oh, you know what? Because the sell orders probably gone through. I did not make that much money. Crazy? Yeah, no, I did not. Wow. Alright, hold on. What sell orders are pending? I put a sell order for Novice Gamekeeper Journal? When did I do that? Oh, these are not selling. So let's say I have 3 left. Well, 3 for this amount. 1 and 1. I guess because there's been so many people farming stuff, there's probably a lot of these on the market. Well, it's not that much money if I really think about it. I'm just gonna keep it up. It's for 30 days, so should sell. But we're at 21 million. Wow, exactly. That's crazy. So made a good progress. I just need 10 million more, and you know, we're there. So thank you so much for watching all the way. If you did, I always appreciate it, and always appreciate the comments. I love reading through them, love replying to them, love having the conversations. So thank you so much, guys, and I'll see you in the next one where I'm going to start it when I find a wisp. So we'll be in the wisp the entire time. So yeah, thanks again, and I'll see you next time. Bye.